On today's adventure, we're going to explore this abandoned church in the middle of the woods. But before we get started, I just want to say that to protect the identity of this location, we will be changing a few things around to keep this place safe from destruction, as many don't know that giving away a location in some cases can be a death sentence to a building. If you care about preserving and keeping history alive, and you so happen to know where this location is, please keep it on the down low, unless destruction is your thing. Hi, I'm Zach and welcome to Rooted Expeditions. Hit that thumbs up and let's get started on today's location. So, my wife and I found this abandoned church in the middle of the woods. This place was built sometime in the early 1900s. Once upon a time, this place used to be a school for children, but for unknown reasons ended up as a small church later on in the mid-1990s, possibly due to a new school that opened up several miles away. The building is constructed as 2 stories. Just walking around in this building, the smell of the old wood and mildew comes right up to you. That familiar sense of smell your average old building gives off. Exploring the upper level in this building, you can see the nicely constructed stage with a small room up on the side, possibly for a changing room or a sitting room. The open area is filled with several old handcrafted foldable wooden chairs, and off to the side by the stage sits a beautiful old piano, and yes, it still works, but needs a tune-up. Looking up at the ceiling, you can see the classic decorative thin metal sheets that are nailed in place, but as you can tell, over time, some have fallen down. I really take an interest in how well the wood floors are installed and how well it's holding up after being around for over 100 years. I will say that the craftsmanship on these types of buildings that were built back in the day don't really compare to the poor quality that most buildings today are built. Also, you can see that the building still has its bell, a nice little touch to something standing for so long. As we make our way down to the lower level, down the small rickety wooden steps, you are first greeted with what looks like a kitchen, along with a picnic table and a whole bunch of random stuff that was left behind when the building was left abandoned. I'm guessing this level was used by the church to cook and prepare food and possibly used to entertain people and keep watch of children while the parents were upstairs in church service. But you let me know what you think. The lower level has a couple storage closets and yes, you guessed it, another piano. But this one, as you can tell, is a lot different from the one upstairs. Do you know what type of piano this is? Let me know your thoughts down below. As we walk the lower level, it's amazing of the amount of stuff that has been left behind. Also, another cool thing to see is the minimal destruction and graffiti in this place, which is a very rare thing nowadays. If given the chance, what would you do with this place? Would you tear it down? Or would you restore it? Or possibly even turn it into a house? Let me know down below. That does it for today's video. Hit that thumbs up. Peace, I love you, and as always, God bless.